Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my pleasure to announce here first, Jey Uso is your 2025 Royal Rumble Men's Champion, and Charlotte Flair's the women's. But anyways, we got surprises for you tonight. First of all, the first surprise we have is this is the Todd and Joe Royal Wrestling Show, because Garrett and Drew aren't here. They both had really, really lame excuses.
Give it to me.
Lame.
Give it to me.
Yeah, give it to me.
That was your penis.
And, you know, I'm kind of upset with both of them. And I think we should take it to the ring. The engagement ring.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, we went crazy. Okay. So, Todd, it's been a wild couple days, huh?
Yes, it has.
In the world of wrestling.
Yes, wrestling.
We got some news. We got some results. Ooh, that's a little bit of a
People want
cough
some
there.
motherfucking money with us. That's right.
Yikes.
We hook people up with fucking cash.
Yeah. We gave out a total of $600 worth of prize. Some win,
We're awesome.
some lose, but at the end of the day, we all had fun. Now, who did you end up with for the women's?
I don't even remember.
All right, let's find
It
out.
was number 28.
28.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you.
Charlotte was 27.
I feel like we all got really good numbers, but Garrett. I feel like Garrett got like completely screwed.
Kenny's sister
Garrett
had
had
fucking
10.
Alexa, which I was like, oh shit, you might win.
So yeah, I thought Sarah got Alexa, right? Yeah, I thought she was going to win. So you were 27. You were 28.
28.
You got Julia. The
Yeah,
NXT
which I
person.
knew she wasn't going to win. She was a fucking champion.
Right. And how about the only surprise person I called?
Oh, yeah, Nikki.
I called Nikki.
I would have rather
called
been AJ Lee, honestly.
I thought we were going to get both. But before we go on, I just want to remind everybody.
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
Give it to me.
My speakers are doing the thing. Do you know what it is? I plugged in and unplugged my microphone. I'll fix it later. It doesn't really. I don't need it at the moment. But yes, Seasonal Sports.
Do you have a batarang on your microphone?
So I've had the batarang for a while, and I went to go move it, and I realized it's stuck to my filing cabinet. I'm like, oh, it has a magnet on it, so I found a better place to put it. It actually folds up. It's a replica from 89 Batman.
Nice.
There you go. It was like
I'm
one of those
sorry,
things.
you mean the good Batman?
Oh, okay. We're not gonna. This is not the show for that, Todifer. This is not the show for that.
It was the best Batman besides Adam West. Eat it.
There have been a few. I've enjoyed multiple. Actually, there's only one true Batman.
Me?
Kevin Conroy.
That's true.
The late, great. That now, you know how DiMaggio is for you?
Mhm.
That's how Conroy is for me. Like, when I'm reading Batman comics, that's what I hear in my head. It was very emotional for me when he passed away. But before we get into our assessment, our dissection of the Royal Rumble, we used to have a correspondent of sorts.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
A very young girl by the name of Carly. And I actually had the pleasure of watching the Royal Rumble with Carly. And she agreed that she would, do a little video for us. So I actually have that for us, Todd.
Good.
Oh,
I was enjoying her correspondence and her love of Dom, as weird as it is.
It's fun seeing a kid enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Window. No. I thought I opened it. Let me double check. Entire screen. I thought I had it open. I do have it open. Why is it not pulling up?
You have to go to the other one. There's another thing you can look at.
There's window and then there's entire screen. But for some reason, it's not letting me do this. All right. Now let me try it. Let me have it popped up. Window. It's because I had it minimized. That's why. But here's where I do want to fix my speakers quick, though. Well, typical niche nerds not knowing
Bite my shiny metal ass.
So, Todd, while I'm doing this, why don't you talk about some wrestling news? Actually, my speakers should be working fine. Yeah, my speakers are good. Right, never mind. Fuck you, Todd. We don't need you to do shit. All right, here we go. Carly, talk to us. All right. If you can't hear it, let me know, Todd.
I can't hear it.
Can't either, actually. Why is it doing that? Why is there no audio? I think it is. Oh, shut up. Go back to settings. Microphone, camera, save. Well, let's try this one more time. Share screen. Now it's not there again. Because I exited it out like a dumbass.
Yeah.
Stand by. Oh, this is awful.
Joe.
You know what? Screw you, Todd. Screw you. I feel like Garrett right now.
Give it to me.
No, not that way. I feel like Garrett, because for some reason technology is not working the way I want it.
Oh, true. Yeah, he's notoriously terrible with technology.
He's awful with technology. And I'm usually pretty on top of it.
It was always a mute when we were at the studio doing the show.
Well, you're going to the studio. How bad it was then. If there was any kind of technical difficulty then, we were. All right, here it is. But why are we not getting the audio is my question. I'm not. Right. So we're going to go to the old settings, guys. And we're going to sound. And then when you go into sound, it'll help you. There we go. Speakers. That's why. In here, it was wrong. We figured it out.
Yeah. Live technical shooting.
There we go. It was trying to play
through your microphone.
Through my microphone. Yep.
Yeah, Boomcaster's a bitch.
Yep. All right, let's try this one last time. Talk to us, Carly.
Hi, my name is Carly. I'm here to talk about the Royal Rumble. I'm just gonna start with that. I really thought Liv Morgan was gonna win. She was in there for a decent amount of period of time. I was rooting for her, but when Liv Morgan got out, I really thought Nia Jax was gonna win, but she didn't. I was not rooting for her either, but when Liv got out, very upset. But we end up with Charlotte Flair at the end, which honestly, my honest opinion, I don't think that she should have won, but I think that it was a fair match. Next, we have the boys match. It was very tense. Very tense. We had John Cena come in, and I also thought he was going to win. I thought The Rock was also going to come in, but he didn't come in. John Cena did come in, and I thought he was going to win, but it ended up being Jey Uso. Kind of disappointing as well. But I really like that they all showed up their best. And I really think that Liv and John Cena should have won, but, my opinion, I really think the matches were very tense, very competitive, and I really liked all of them. Very entertaining to watch, and I was literally on the edge of my seat. So that's all for this week. See you later.
And that, folks, was Carly.
I like the video editing. I like the opening for her, and I also
thank you. That
I
was
like the video editing.
Did that have my signature written all over it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you like the Cena?
Yes.
And then I had to give Jay his due. So let's rewind a bit, Todd. Let's rewind to the beginning of the night. Look. We got a little chat from my brother-in-law, Daryl. He said, let's go with a flex in a hundo. Let's go, D. Let's go. Yeet. All right, so let's pull up the Royal Rumble card. We started out with the ladies. And first we had Io Sky. And like Carly talked about, we had Liv Morgan. Honestly, so initially I have to say I was kind of perplexed by this. I'm like, wow, are they going to make Liv go bell from bell? Because I really did think Liv was going to win this sumbitch. You know what I mean? Well, her, Io, Liv, they went at it. We got Roxanne Perez next. So, I started thinking, hey, maybe they're going to have Roxanne win. She just lost the belt. She's going to be coming up. Who knows? Well, they ended up with a 3. Then we had Lyra Valkyria join in, which I got to talk about something about her later on. Then we had Chelsea Green come in. And then we had B-Fab come in. So, with B-Fab, she was our first one eliminated. And Lyra was second. After B-Fab, we had Ivy Nile. Zoe Stark came in. Lash Legend came in. Bianca. We had Shayna, Blazer, Bailey, Sonya, Maxine Dupree, Naomi, Jada Parker from NXT. Piper came in. We had Natty. And then we had our first quote-unquote surprise of the night. Now, Todd, was this a surprise for you when Jordynne Grace showed up?
No. Everybody knew she was signed. Everybody
Yeah,
saw it coming a mile away.
And then after Jordan, we had Meekin come in. Now, I hoped we talked about it. I really thought that. I was hoping it was really, really a work. What everything in the news, and at 21. Little Miss Bliss is back, baby. Let's go, Lex. Yeah, Lexi came back, baby. And they had her unaffiliated. Did they announce her as Raw last night?
I don't think they announced her as anything yet.
I don't think they did either. I think we're going to see her paired with the Wyatts or against the Wyatts. Then we had Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae. She had a real kind of weird spots in there. She lasted way longer than I thought she did. I don't know. Yeah, she might be getting a push. Then we had Stephanie. How do you say her last name? Vaker.
Oh yeah, I'm
The
confused
NXT.
on who this. She's in NXT. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was.
And then we had Hall of Famer Trish the Stratus. Raquel Rodriguez came in. Now this is like shit at the end got kind of crazy because we had Raquel Rodriguez come in, and then the return we knew was happening. They've been teasing it. Charlotte Flair came in. Then we had Julia from NXT come up, Nia Jax, and 30. The only real quote unquote surprise, yours truly called Nikki Bella. Nikki came in, and let's be honest, all those chicks at the end, Nia Jax kind of just destroyed everybody. Until Charlotte eliminated Nia. And it ended up, who was at the very end? Nia and Roxanne, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was Nia and Roxanne at the end. No. Charlotte and who was at the very end? So, yeah, Charlotte and Nia Jax were at the very end. It was Roxanne Perez, or not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Charlotte Flair, and Nia Jax at the end. And Nia got rid of Raquel, and Charlotte got rid of Nia. Charlotte Flair, as Carly talked about, won. Now, before we get into the dudes, the boys, as Carly wanted to talk about, talk to me about this women's match, Todd. What did you see? What did you like about the women's match?
I don't know. They always seem anymore to outdo the men's, to be honest with you. It wasn't terrible. It's hard for me to remember marijuana.
I think you remember marijuana.
Yeah. As we all know, I'm not a fan of Charlotte, so that she came back, that she won, that she looks like a dude more now.
Like the plastic surgery is ridiculous.
It's getting terrible. Like she just, I don't know what the fucking shit she was wearing, that outfit. I don't know.
I feel you, dog.
Looked like she's wearing a diaper, but regardless, it was good shit, man. You know, Alexa coming back is awesome because they need something a little different over there, because to me, it's kind of getting stale on the women's side. It's all the same shit. Like, so what I was hoping, or what I'm hoping for, is Jade to come back and be like, yeah, it was Bianca that fucking attacked me, and start that feud. Like, that feud needs to happen. I was hoping it would happen at the Rumble, have Jade come back, fucking throw out Bianca, you know, like, have shit go down just to fucking get that going, because, like, I enjoy, like, Jade as she is, but Bianca does need to turn heel, and it needs to be between the two of them.
Right.
But it's just kind of getting like, it's just Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day, or whatever is happening with the Judgment Day and Finn, and, you know, and then Rhea somewhere. But other than that, like,
so I think Carly got it. I think, like, I hate to say it, but, like, I think Carly kind of, from the mouth of babes, got it right. Like, Charlotte has been gone for almost 2 years.
It's been nice.
And as much as Charlotte and Alexa being back is kind of going to inject some adrenaline into the women's division, having Charlotte win and having Charlotte come back as just Charlotte, like the Charlotte that we know and love, no real reinvention, no real anything. It's just, oh, Charlotte's back, and she's the same exact character. Like, to me, it doesn't seem like she didn't evolve at all. Like, there was nothing. There was nothing that's really changed, and that's sad, because even like Alexa coming back as like the Dark Alexa, she was different, you know, like it was a different aesthetic a little bit. Like, it was more, a little bit more edgier, and like she wasn't like complete psychopath. She seemed like very, very driven. I didn't get that vibe at all from the Charlotte character. She came back out and she was the queen. And it was the same thing on Raw last night. And like Carly said,
she's only, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Like, she is a good wrestler, but I've seen better. There's better on that roster. But it's her name. Like, it's her name. Like, it's the only reason. Like, she's been wrestling what? Half the amount of time as John Cena and has won almost the same amount of titles as John Cena. Like, that's the thing that, kind of pisses me off more than anything, is just the fact, like, for a while, and I was talking to Adam Stones about this, like, there's a period of time it was literally just going back between Charlotte and Sasha and the back and forth, and
then occasionally Becky would win it, or Alexa would win it.
But that's how she kept getting it, And then I look at like Cena, I'm like, over 20 whatever years of fucking dudes are doing it. It took him, 16 times, in that period of time to fucking win it. And in half the time, in a matter of fucking 6 months, she probably won it half of what she has now, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel deserved.
No.
And
what would have been better is if she immediately got in and then immediately got thrown out. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Or even if she lasted to the end, but like it was her and somebody like she might have been at odds with before, and like say she helped Nia. You know what I mean? Somebody who she's had a long history with, to see her turn face, because like look at Cody. Cody could have been Dusty Rhodes Jr. character.
Oh yeah.
But he created his own character. Like, you don't got to be your dad. And I get it. Like, you don't have that. Let's be honest. She doesn't have the charisma Rick has. Like, she's not the high flying, like that's not her. She's Nepo baby stuck up bitch.
How awkward do you think now it's going to be there?
So like apparently they've been like, so breaking news, I think this morning, yesterday, whatever, Charlotte and Andrade are divorced. Apparently they haven't been together for a year now. So I don't think it'll be that. So I don't think it'll be that weird. I was more kind of like, hey, I want to hear some tea. Nikki Bella and John Cena being back there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mr. I don't want to get married and have kids breaks up with you, and then immediately does that with a woman that looks strikingly a lot like you, and now you're recently divorced. Like, I could imagine sparks could be flying. Maybe there's a reason the women's and the men's match were so far apart. Yeah. Or maybe backstage she just couldn't see him.
Well, but, she went out, I know her and her sister made a fucking big deal out of, we changed our names back to Garcia and
they had to. They were ordered by WWE to stop using the name Bella. They had to go to Garcia.
Oh, see, it made it sound like they fucking changed it themselves.
No, They legally had to change it to Garcia because they were no longer under contract with WWE.
They should have stayed that way.
I agree. So that was the women's. So we had
did you know that Bliss didn't sign that contract until Saturday?
I did, actually.
And that it was Shotzi who
was supposed to be in that spot. Yep.
That made me sad. I like Shotzi.
But we got Little Miss Bliss back, baby.
It's true. But they're going to take someone else out, like Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. So we had a little tag team action for the WWE Tag Team Championship. We had DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
Anybody really give a shit?
No, but it was a great fucking match. That's what pissed me off. That it was a great match, there's no real storyline.
What
So
would have been
we don't
better
care.
is
Huh?
if they did a best 2 out of 3, but made each match different. Did like
Yeah,
your first
that's
match
cool.
your regular match, your second match a fucking street fight, the third match is
You
a
end it with a
something like
regular
that.
match. When they're
Yeah.
already beat the hell, you end it. Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been better. I think I would have been more invested because we all know best 2 out of 3. Well, they're each going to win one. And then, like you've never seen, that I can remember a best 2 out of 3 in wrestling where
somebody
one
just
team
straight
won
boom,
the
boom,
first
boom.
2. Yeah. Like I've
Right.
never,
No, you don't.
again, I don't remember if there was one. So yeah, like you said too, there's no storyline behind it. It's just,
Right.
oh my God, we were friends at one point in time and now we're not.
I mean,
I don't
done
know.
right,
Anybody
I'll
else?
watch that story every time. If it's done right, I'll always watch it.
Yeah. But even,
So then we had
that shit on Raws.
right. Then we had Cody versus KO. And it's exactly what I thought it would be. It was a banger. Ladder
good.
match, both belts on top. We all know who came out on top. You don't even need for me to tell you.
It's getting old though.
It wasn't KO, guys. It wasn't KO. Cody wins. And then we had our main event. And it's already been spoiled for you guys. The main event, Jey Uso. He won. He's in the building. Yeet! 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 Which is in the dictionary now. BT dubs. In the dictionary now. But, like, look at, I'm just going to read the lineup straight up. And, like, you're kind of hard pushed to find a better lineup than this, guys. You had Rey Mysterio and Penta to start it off. Then we had Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Otis. All right. That was like pretty much the only like low, like three people in a row that I could care less about. Then the Steiner came in. Mr. Braun, I am going to spear tackle I Show Speed out of his soul. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think the dude paid attention to the direction that he was supposed to be paying attention.
I think he's still in that arena. And his soul is haunting that place now because let me tell you, first of all, it was kind of a cool spot. Who got hurt in the back?
Oh, the fucking dude from Academy.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi. Yep.
Yeah. And Triple H looks at I Show
with it.
Speed. And if you don't know who I Show Speed is, I really don't know who he is. He's apparently like a streamer affiliated with
you know
Logan
what?
Paul.
I think he was the dude in the fucking Prime outfit. That
Yes, he
fucking
was. He
RKO'd
was.
and shit. Yeah,
He's like
so-
buddies with Logan Paul.
Yeah, so he's an asshat.
And so Triple H grabs him and goes, "You need to go out there." He goes, "Me?" He goes, "Go!" And so I Show Speed runs out. And, he did some acrobatics. I was a little bit impressed. And then Braun Breaker came out. And Braun Breaker did Braun Breaker things. And holy fuck. Like, I watch a lot of, like, the biggest football hits videos, like, on TikTok and shit. And I, like, send them to my son. That's like you could see his body go like fold in half. Like, holy shit. And he took it like a champ. He did. And then just listen
Did
to
you see
this.
his fucking leg?
No, I didn't.
Holy shit, dude. After like I think it was when Otis threw him like over the table and shit. Yeah. He was like a fucking chunk missing out of his leg. Like his calf area.
Show Speed leg Royal Rumble.
I was surprised to see that. Kenny actually showed me. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think it was when like Otis tossed him.
And it's not just popping up. And I'm not going to waste the time looking. But just listen to this, okay? After I show speed, we have Sheamus, Jimmy Uso, Andrade, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, Ludwig Kaiser, The Miz, and I believe in Joe Hendry. It happened. Joe Hendry came out, followed by Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Todd's favorite Asian, Jey Uso, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Dirty Dom, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Logan Paul. Like, bro. That's like minus like maybe 4 of them. Holy shit. That's like the best of the roster.
You know what I miss? Surprise ones that people we haven't seen in a while.
And I agree with that. And that's the one thing I did feel like this was lacking. Like those 3 or 4 spots with people who I don't really care. You could have easily filled that with
cool.
someone.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I thought we were going to get The Rock.
Like, in and out. Yeah.
I thought we were going to get The Rock. I thought we were going to get Goldberg.
Oh, Christ. I'd rather Gilbert.
I thought we were going to get Nick Nemeth.
That would have been cool. Or even Cardona.
Yeah, like I thought like we were going to get those, and that truly like is the only way that lineup really could have been better. Yeah. And let me tell you, so in our pool that we were talking about earlier, I got Big Match John. Okay. This guy got him right here. I pulled him and I'm like, yeah! I'm about to win $200. Let's go. That's not what happened.
No,
it's not what happened at all.
I don't remember who I got.
You were what? Number 28, you said?
Yeah.
28 was, I have it right here. You got Damian Priest.
Oh, yeah. So I actually had a fighting chance.
Yeah. Garrett had what, 10?
Something like that.
So he had 10 or 13. I don't remember which. So he had either Jimmy Uso or Ludwig. But bro, I pull Cena and I'm like, oh, now my prediction needs to come true. Now it needs to come true. And then it's just Cena and Jey Uso at the end, and I'm like, all right, as much as I want to see main event Jey Uso win his first Royal Rumble, get his singles push, let's put $200 in Daddy's pocket. Joey wants 200 beans. And then you got Jay, you got John. They're doing their things. They're both on the outside apron. Yeet.
It was kind of a stupid, I don't know. I didn't like the elimination. It was not, oh, I managed to get out of the AA and I pushed you.
Right. Right.
Like,
no, right.
You get to such a, like, whatever, and a conclusion, and people are like, oh my God, either way, you know, it wasn't one-sided. Either one of them could have won it, and it would have been whatever, and it was, here, let me jump back into the ring and just shove you off of it. Like,
yep.
It was such, like, a good build-up to just poop. Like, it was kind of like, okay. And I've seen it just like, oh, I got pushed off the apron. I didn't know that would happen. Like,
right. Like, we got AJ back though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Now all of a sudden it's back to his old music and shit. Like, so here.
Well, I think the experiment with a new song went south. Okay.
Probably.
We didn't like it.
That.
Allow share screen. Boom. Oh. I think they make a cream for that.
Yeah. It's
called a skin graft.
Yep.
Yeek.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a little gross.
But that had to have been like, it had to have been when Otis threw him, because like I couldn't see it happening when Braun just.
I don't know,
him.
like when the way his body bended, it easily could have been a mat burn.
That's true.
Because he got crushed. Like, go look up iShow's Speed Braun Breaker, and you're going to be like, ooh, torture porn? What? Oh.
So has anybody figured out who everybody's all pissed off at about the Rumble?
Okay, so yes. Apparently it's LA Knight.
Okay. I heard it was down between Logan Paul and LA Knight.
Had nothing to do with Logan Paul. Yes, LA Knight. I guess he was doing a little extra than he was supposed to. I didn't really notice it. Again, I'm not in the ring, so you notice things different in the ring. So it had nothing to do with Drew losing. Drew was never supposed to win.
Right.
It was just
the way it was done or something, right?
All right, so I now, before we can get into just like discussing, because there's a couple articles I want to talk about, I'm going to do my best Drew impression. I'm going to do a Raw Rundown right now.
Raw Rundown. Sounds awesome. Go for it.
Whoa! Who is this handsome fella?
What's going on? You guys already talked about the Rumble? I missed it.
We literally just finished talking about the Rumble. I was about to do Raw Rundown.
Quick recap, then, just for me. What do you guys think of both of the winners? Because we didn't really talk about thoughts in our feed.
So we just
really need to ask my opinion.
Not Charlotte. I know what you think of Charlotte.
Oh, I'm good with Jay.
Yeah,
I'm good with Jay too. Yeah, no, yeah. We just talked about that. Like, I wanted John to win, and then when I had John as my number for the pool, I really wanted to win.
It was fucking rigged at that point in time. If you had won, it was rigged. I was going to call like a recount and shit. And
okay, you guys watch me do the random thing live on here. There's no.
Not unlike Todd. I do love Charlotte. However, I think she should have gotten like the same type of treatment like that Punk got last year. Like being the second where, oh my god,
and then be out for a while, because that would have been awesome too.
Is this person who just came back about to win the Rumble? And then I would have done that. I understand she helped build the women's as it is, right now. But still, love her. But come on.
Right. And that's Garrett's hot take about Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, love her, but
he does actually have a pair of her underwear at his house. But this is this week's Raw Rundown, starring me and not Drew.
Not Drew.
Not Drew.
You should get a Drew face filter, and then you can look like Drew.
Hey, there's a Garrett cutout. Why isn't there a Drew cutout?
That's true.
All right, here's my Drew cutout.
You're failing, Todd.
There we go.
Listen,
right.
I fucking printer ran out of ink.
You shut your mouth. Monday Night Raw opened with a men's Royal Rumble match winner. Main event, Yeet, Jey Uso. After Cleveland demands an encore of yeeting, Jay's very emotional and dresses his Rumble win. Tears and everything. It was Yeet for days. I can't see the end of the Yeet train. Gunther arrives, and he pisses him off. Jay says he just wanted to make a living with his brother in the pandemic era. He didn't have what it takes to be a single star. But guess what? Now, because of that moment and all the yeet, 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 he feels like he's there. Gunther arrives, and his face suggests he's not kidding. Gunther says he doesn't want Jey Uso at WrestleMania because he adds nothing to his legacy compared to Cena, Reigns, or Punk. Yo, that's some shit talk. He's talking a little sideways out of his mouth there. A little cray-cray. Jay says he's going to go to SmackDown and speak to Cody, but whoever he faces at WrestleMania, he's walking out. Yeet! with the strap around him. Then we had Penta. He let Ludwig Kaiser have a little bit of revenge from like their little meeting there at the Royal Rumble where Penta tossed his ass over the ropes, and adding insult to injury, he kind of gets his ass kicked. Let me say, though, Ludwig put up his fight. He did his thing. He really is growing on me. Then we had Pete, the artist formerly known as Butch Dunn. He interrupts in his in-ring post-match interview as Dunn walks to the ring. Ludwig brutalizes Penta from behind. What is going on? Ludwig's going straight heel. I don't see him and Tiffy crossing paths in the storyline-wise. Might not be good for their relationship. Our friends in the Judgment Day are shown backstage as Finn arrives. He's not happy, and he lays in the Dirty Dom for losing to the War Raiders and allowing JD get hurt. That happened the week before, and we talked about how JD ended up with his ribs through his lung. He fucked up a little bit, just a little bit. He kind of fucked up. And Liv goes, "Hello, Finn." The whole reason her and Raquel have a shot at tag titles, Dirty Dom. The whole reason that Finn's got a qualifying match for elimination table, Dirty Dom. So maybe you should be a little bit nicer to Dom. Maybe Dom really is in the Judgment Day for the whole group thing, and he's not in it by himself. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get a little bit of Damian Priest vibes from Finn Balor. Not liking it. Charlotte arrives, and everybody's so happy Charlotte's back, guys. Super happy that she won the Rumble. It was super fun, super cool. She talks about her journey, Cleveland Boozer. She declares herself the greatest WWE star of all time. Well, do you know who didn't like that? Do you?
Me?
Mommy. Mommy did not like it at all. Mommy no happy. Mommy no happy. She says she respects Charlotte, and she wants Charlotte to pick her for Mania because she's ready to whoop her ass at WrestleMania, guys. Charlotte says she's going to NXT, speak to Julia, then to SmackDown to see it's Stiffy time and see who inspires her. She calls Rhea a kid, and she tries to leave. Mommy feels a little bit disrespected. And she wants to face her at Mania. Then we see Rhea sees Io Sky backstage, and Io says, "Maybe I'll see you at WrestleMania," and walks away. But our girl Livy decides to assault her. Rhea chases Livy, and guess who wipes her out? Raquel Rodriguez. Then we have what went from the most entertaining thing in WWE a few years ago to the most annoying thing, and it's the New Day Sucks. New Day Sucks. And we got our guys at the New Day. They debuted some new music that, so sucks. So sucks. Is what it is. They face Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Logan Paul walks around, the outside, says he faces Rey in Elimination Chamber qualifying next week in Raw. Logan Paul is interrupted by a hindering Rey Mysterio getting into the ring, causing Kofi to hit Trouble in Paradise. And they won the match for the New Day. Then we had a little bit of an interview with Garrett's favorite wrestler, Chicago made himself, Phil Brooks. He's interviewed, and he apologizes to Sami Zayn fans because he's going to Elimination Chamber, not Sami. Io is visibly injured in her match. And so Io Liv's match ends in a DQ, and not the way you think about it. Mommy ends up down at the mat, and Liv starts yelling at her, starts grabbing at her, and Mommy punches Liv, which DQs Io, and Livy is our first person in the female elimination chamber. And then the War Raiders pay tribute to JD McDonald, however the fuck you say his name, after his performance last week on Raw. but are interrupted by American Made. Gable says he's going on a quest to learn Lucha Libre, but he expects Ivy Nile and the Creed brothers to have gold when he returns. Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to start getting vignettes of, like, Chad Gable in, like, a monk robe? Like,
Probably.
learning, like I kind of want to see this. I want to see Chad Gable's journey from just wrestling to lucha. And I'm curious, like, are we getting another version of the Blue Bomber? What do we get here? Because whatever he does, don't climb up into the rafters, please. Please.
Yeah,
Too soon.
please.
Too soon.
Then Adam Pearce informs us AJ Styles is the newest member of Raw. Before Braun Breaker pulls Pearce aside to demand and knows what's next for him. And he lets Adam Pearce know that keep AJ away from him, which tells me we're going to get an AJ Braun Breaker storyline. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. And I can't wait for it. And then Rob Zombie comes out. And, like, dude, for his age, he looks fantastic. But for some reason, instead of playing Dragula, they played Seth Rollins' theme song. It was super weird. So Seth was doing his best to channel Macho Man Randy Savage's ghost. And, like, it was a choice, Seth. It definitely was a choice. I have to say that. I didn't know if they're doing another the Dark Tower books by Stephen King. Didn't know if they're doing another remake of that. Maybe Seth came directly from his audition. Don't know. But it was a fucking choice, to say the least. And he said he's happy for Jay. Like, he would, like, it's so weird. Like, he's like an anti-hero almost. Like, he's like the Punisher of WWE mixed with Liberace. Like, he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's him. And I hated it, but I'm kind of digging it because he kind of toned down the whole I'm a supervillain attitude, whatever.
Was he doing the laugh? Because I missed it. Was he doing the laugh?
No, he wasn't
doing the laugh.
No, he wasn't. And he's delighted that CM Punk got tossed out by Logan Paul. Seth says Roman's hurt. WWE won't tell you that, but he knows he is because he's the one who hurt him. Seth says it hurts that he lost Royal Rumble. He says he'll beat Finn Balor in his Elimination Chamber qualifier. Then Seth calls out Sammy. Seth gives Sammy a ferocious pep talk. He tells Sammy that he needs him to step up to Punk after he said he's not on his level. Seth is leaving as Punk's music hits. And he walks the aisle. Him and Rollins are pulled apart on the walkway as Punk gets in the ring to start his match. So there was a little bit of a promo with John Cena earlier. John Cena announced that he's going to be the Elimination Chamber match. And he talked about how sad losing Royal Rumble, but he's going to win Elimination Chamber. And then he's going to win the belt to be number 17. But I thought it was kind of cool that he's like, but I don't want to win 17 to be the most. I want to win 17 to shake the hand of the man who wins 18 someday. I thought that was a very John Cena thing for John Cena to say.
Who?
And Punk beats Sammy. And after, a visibly banged up Kevin Owens then hits Sammy with a package pile driver while wearing a Sami Zayn Forever shirt. And that, gentlemen, is the first ever without Drew Raw rundown.
Please.
Okay. So
there we go.
Watching the Gunther J promo, did anybody else that reminiscing feeling of Kofi, Daniel Bryan? Like the whole you're just not good enough to even wrestle with me, period. Like the little bit of racism to it, just that it had the complete same feel to me. You're not on the level.
Yeah, you missed my edit of Carly's video earlier, and I've already dubbed it Yeet Mania. Like that's what we're gonna have. We had Kofi Mania, we had the Yes Mania. We're about to have Yeet Mania. Is what's gonna happen. Jay, there's no way Jay loses to Gunther.
I'm not sure yet who I think will win. It depends on whoever's programs are gonna go. But if Punk's promo with Cody keeps going further, which they already started a week or two ago, then he'll probably win Elimination Chamber. Either way, it'll probably be Punk and John at the end. No matter what, it'll be those two. Everyone else is just going to be, meat for the grinder, unfortunately, because I'd be, unless they just shun the older wrestlers. This is a year where they actually shun the older wrestlers, which I can't see happening because I'm not far enough removed from Vince McMahon time yet. So
this is what as of right now, the way things have played out and things are going, this is my very, very premature guess is what's going to happen. I think you're right. I think Punk wins Elimination Chamber. So I think you have Punk, Cody, Jay, Gunther, Mania. Okay? You have Jay Gunther night 1. Jay wins night 1. Night 2, you have Cody Punk. That's like your true main event.
Right.
Punk beats Cody. Now, what had happened prior was John Cena won Money in the Bank. Because we have Money in the Bank prior to Mania, correct?
No, it's after.
Is it after?
It's after now.
It used to be before, didn't it?
I don't know. No, it's been after because Seth had it, even way back when Seth did it. Seth had it for so long, he had it all the way around to Mania.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Money in the Bank's like June or July or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so
it's not too far after, but it's after it.
So you have Punk win at Mania,
and
Cena
John
win Money in the Bank,
and cashes in on Punk.
Cashes in on Punk, and then you have either Cena's already champ at SummerSlam or Punk's in a different program. It seems like Cena's going to cash in on Jay. Cena cashes in on Punk.
Okay. At SummerSlam or before SummerSlam to then set up a rematch at SummerSlam?
Again, I can't see how rough the waters are or where the river's going.
Yeah.
But at some point in that, so it's going to be post-Mania that Cena wins it, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was where, I called this a while ago. I think he'll win it. He'll actually let everyone else have their time and win it via Money in the Bank. But seeing the way, like you said, things are shaping, I think he will win it and cash in on Punk. I think that's the smartest.
Has Cena ever won Money in the Bank?
I don't even know if he's ever been in a Money in the Bank. I'm not even sure. I'd have to look it up. The other thing now is obviously, I think, and especially doing him pile driving Sammy, they're going to set up to do their classic KO Sammy versus each other, but this time it'll be at Mania. He won it.
He won in 2012.
Shit.
Oh, wasn't he the first person to cash in and not win it? He didn't win on a cash in, right?
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
2012.
There's just so much wrestling history to try and keep it all straight. It's harsh. But yeah, I think we're gonna get KO Sammy at Mania, and it'll just be like a fall. I don't know, either a falls count anywhere or a.
It's definitely going to be a gimmicks match. I think it might be an I Quit match, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like that is more of the stakes that is kind of with them. Todd, where do you think that's going to go? KO Sammy.
KO Sammy? I don't know. I'm old. It's old to me anymore because it's gone back and forth so many fucking times, and it's just
So something that was reported, and then there's been more reported. So before we go, this is the big thing I wanted to end on. Something I want to talk about.
Oh,
So
hold
it was
on.
reported.
I have something that I just saw on NXT. Well, not I don't have NXT on, but I just saw it via Facebook on NXT.
The Fandango.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
Fandango's back, baby.
Well, he is on it, fucking TNA now.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, you guys still got his contact info?
I might.
No?
I might be able to pull it off. You never know.
Yeah, pull it off. A little Wrestle Fandom After Dark or Real Wrestle Fandom might be even better for somebody of his stature.
Also, I think it would have been better if Kofi brought back the Jamaican accent now that they're all fucking heel again.
That would, yeah.
That would have
think
been
that would've
fantastic.
I meant to say it earlier. I had to remember. It took a lot for me to remember that for like 10 minutes. It's crazy.
It would have been great.
Yeah,
No, I was like,
yeah,
you should have brought that accent back now that they're like heel and shit, because that would have been like the icing on the cake for that character.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Just does a British one for absolutely no reason. For just absolutely no reason. Woods just does it.
So,
You're saying,
the
Joe?
last thing I want to talk about. So last week it was reported by multiple sources that The Rock would not be performing at Mania this year.
Mhm.
That
Right.
there's either schedule conflict, whatever. That like he just didn't want to do it, which
I'm The Rock. I don't do stuff.
a lot of people were kind of like pissed off about because he set up so much at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? Like, you set this up, and now that he's on the board, he can kind of be like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. So there were reports today that The Rock was furious that it was reported that he wasn't going to be at Mania. Which, like, what the fuck? People aren't supposed to know? Like, it's something we're considering, like, thinking about going to, possibly. Like, me and Maria. And one of the reasons she's like, yeah, is because of fucking Dwayne. And if Dwayne's not going, Joey's not going. Like, so Dave Meltzer reported again today that, like, and he kept referring to him as Dwayne, which I thought was hysterical in the article. That, like, Dwayne's pissed. Like, and honestly, because of how he is, he's so pissed, he might actually do WrestleMania 41 now because it was reported that he wasn't. To me, that's a fucking work.
Right.
This is the Alexa shit all over again. Like, I think Alexa knew she was going to sign. They knew she was going to sign before Rumble. And
Right.
It was that posture and like, oh, well, we already have everybody. We don't need you. But they signed her anyways. And I guarantee they gave her everything she wanted.
It's final boss shit.
Right.
It's final boss. He's pulling the final boss card.
Like, he's doing what he did with the Cody thing, where, like, the whole Facebook live video after, where him talking about his mom and everything else, he's blurring that. He's bringing kayfabe back. Like, I don't think anybody realizes it. He's bringing kayfabe back. He's bringing us back to that Attitude Era where, hey, guys, I don't know if Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart actually hate each other or maybe they're buddies in real life. They're not.
Yeah.
They hate each other. But now I'm going to go off on a little path. Do you guys think Brett sends Sonny, like, money in prison? Just wondering. For her commissary so she can buy some ramen?
Maybe.
Anyways,
You never know.
like, I really think that's what he's doing here. Like, I don't think I think they just have everybody kind of like, all right, this is what we're rolling with. We're rolling with The Rock's an asshole, and he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. We're going to pull the final boss thing into the real world. I don't know.
Yeah.
Food for thought there, people.
No, it's final boss.
Boss.
It's final boss shit. That's what it is. You're right. It's bringing right to the. No, I'm on the board. I'm literally the final boss. Don't report on me. I'm at the top.
Right.
You know. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
So, Todd and Joe morning show Mondays.
Yeah, we're doing something on Friday. Well, recording, but with
Anal.
somebody.
Anal. Garrett, when are you bringing back Movie Masterpiece Theater?
I'm gearing up to do a little bit more, and also with our friend Travis Goff from Goff Chiropractic, who was on plenty of episodes of Movie Madness. I did that one little short over here where I talked about the Abyss, and I was going to do more, but actually he's going to be taking that over. So we're going to shoot a bunch of those, and you can be looking out for a bunch of reels coming out on our YouTube channel, as well as Wrestle Fandom After Dark. Coffin and I are going to be doing some interviews.
Hey,
Local
let me do that for you, Garrett.
You do it.
Wrestle Fandom After Dark.
There we go. A little ear poem for you.
You gotta get people in the mood. Little bit of baby. Ooh. Oh yeah, talk to me, Todd. Talk to me.
Todd should be the one doing that. He's got the one with that booming voice. Do it, Todd. Say it.
I get everybody in the mood in this sexy voice. Yeah, baby. Yeah. We're just gonna get naked and run around town. You're fired. You're fired. I'm gonna fire one off for you.